When you're young, it's apparently perfectly normal to run around pretending to be good guys, play acting and shooting the bad guys with toy guns. For some it starts with cowboys and Indians, for others Star Wars style lightsabers, pulse rifles and blasters. What happens though when those little boys become men and still want to dress up and pretend to shoot people? Now if you're thinking paintball, think again. What we're talking about here is serious military roleplay with a serious looking weapon and an R18 rating. John Selwood on manoeuvres somewhere in Canterbury.
Keep you there.
Yeah, just watch the back, mate. There's two coming around behind you. There's two in front. I've got the two in front. Get Steph to watch the guys on the left.
It may look and sound like a real firefight, but in reality it's all make-believe. What you're seeing are big boys and they're rather realistic-looking toys. It's called airsoft, an internationally recognised wargaming sport named after the style of airgun that's being used. Now it's important to point out that while all this looks rather authentic, real, no one actually gets hurt, and that's because these guns, well, they aren't really guns, are they, Alan?
No, they're not guns. We call them airsoft weapons. There's three main types: a spring-operated, a gas-operated, and electric-operated. But contrary to names, they all work with compressed air. They all fire a 6mm white projectile, which actually can come in black, which is biodegradable and safe in environments.
If you've never seen or heard of them before, it's probably because airsoft players tend to keep a fairly low profile. You see, they don't want anyone misunderstanding what they and their guns are all about.
I just know if my friends or family saw this sort of thing in my car, they'd say this is a real gun. I mean, it looks like a real gun, but it's not. It's a toy gun. It shoots plastic BBs. So, but we know that that mistake can be made, and so we're very careful about, who we show.
It's a sport. The main thing is it's a sport. I mean, there's teams all over Europe, through Asia, playing this game. And it's something I'd really like to maybe even one day represent New Zealand.
Strip away the camo paint and these are everyday blokes using play fights for fitness and fun.
I'm a university student.
Everyone plays cowboys and Indians, and we're just playing big soldier boys.
I'm a branch manager. I share adrenaline more than anything else. It's once these things start flying around, it's good fun.
Today's war game is a base assault. The frontal charge is more for the cameras than any particular strategy. Normally players survive using a mix of stealth and skill.
How many yards?
About 20 yards in front of the base. There's one in the bush there in a ghillie suit. Just moving now.
The rules are simple. A minute's time out if you're hit. And once the whole team's been hit, well, it's game over.
Stop!
So if you get hit by one of those, what does that feel like?
It's no worse than getting flicked.
Like that?
Yeah, like that.
OK, that hurts a wee bit, but it doesn't draw blood.
No, well, if it's really close, but that's why we have minimum safe engagement range. You're not allowed to fire within a certain distance. Same with paintball.
Similar idea to paintball, but with obvious differences, not least the type of weapons being used.
Steyr, M653. Thompson.
Kalashnikov.
M4A1. M16. SIG 226.
G36C. 870 series.
Airsoft players see their guns as serious toys, but the authorities classify a number as restricted weapons in the same category as mortars, cannon, and even machine guns.
The characteristic of a machine gun is that it fires with one pull of the trigger, continuous fire, and the air guns we're talking about have that characteristic, and the Court of Appeal determined that that makes them a restricted weapon.
In my personal opinion, I think it's a bit of overkill, really. These things shoot plastic balls, the 6mm. They don't shoot real bullets. They can't be made to shoot real bullets.
Two around the back.
Single shot and semi-automatic airsoft guns are still acceptable, although what constitutes semi-automatic is still a matter of some debate. That aside, police say they have no real problems with airsoft and its players.
Yeah, watch yourself. You're in my line of fire.
The people that we're talking about are within a set area. They want to play their activity within a clearly defined space in which there is no indication at all that these are real firearms. It's not, for example, like someone who is misusing them on the street.
As for the players, well, they just want a wider acceptance of their chosen sport.
It's bigger than paintball worldwide, and we can't do it here as such because we're being restricted by not being allowed to get the guns.
Yeah, just one leg. Just moving to the right. Got him? Yeah.
Where are the women? Well, if you want to know more about airsoft, you can go to our website. That's tvnz.co.nz. The keyword is close up. Just click on the link. And remember, you have to be 18 or over to play that particular